Speaker, Albertans are tired of being hammered with the rising costs of everything: food, housing, utilities, and more. There's no question that auto insurance is on that list, with Alberta having some of the highest premiums in Canada. Instead of listening to Albertans' pleas and lowering costs, this government is increasing the rates for good drivers by 15% over the next 2 years. When Albertans are already stretched so thin, why is this government forcing them to pay even more?
The Honourable Minister of Affordability and Utilities.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're not forcing people to pay more. What we are doing is providing them options and choice. That's what they've asked for. They've also asked for us to keep our private market whole. So we are not allowing the cap to go up that much. We are keeping the cap in place, raising it a little bit for viability, not to make them whole. We are trying to put all the pieces together to provide a care-first model, which will provide better, faster and more affordable auto insurance to all Albertans. We're doing it in under 2 years. If we went to a public model, which is what the opposition has been asking for, could take 5 years and cost billions of dollars.
The Honourable Member for Calgary-Foothills.
Yeah, given that 15% might not be much to that minister, but it is a lot to ordinary Albertans. That this government scheme results in an increase of more than $800, double the future hoped-for discount for a 30-year-old male driver in Red Deer. And that same constituents in Calgary-Foothills would be paying even more. And the recent StatsCan survey showed over half of Albertans, more than any other province, are struggling to meet day-to-day expenses. Why is this government, rather than helping Albertans, forcing them to squeeze their budgets even further?
The Honourable Minister of Affordability and Utilities.
Mr. Speaker, we are trying to make sure that we have a market to come back to. That's why we are working with all of our stakeholders in this field to make sure they have options and choices moving ahead. Unlike what the NDP, where they force businesses out of business and pass that cost on to taxpayers, hiding costs for all Albertans and subsidizing it, we are not. We are being transparent in our offers. We are making sure we work with stakeholders. We are keeping costs reasonable and providing a path for a better future for Albertans. We're doing the work the NDP failed to do.
The Honourable Member.
So, given that those options are resulting in Albertans paying more, that those Albertans would be paying hundreds of dollars more for auto insurance each year, and that the only guardrail in place for auto insurance is a federal cap of 6% profit. Given that the proposed legislation has no provisions in place to guarantee future decreases in premiums, and that a report on the government's own website stated that going down the public insurance route could save drivers more than $700 a year, why is this government not even considering the public option and instead more concerned with lining the pockets of insurance companies?
The Honourable Minister.
In fact, Mr. Speaker, I remember being in this House and listening to the Minister of Finance say that public insurance was an option. We did consider it, and the results came back $3 billion and over 5 years to get results. Not to mention that thousands upon thousands of private insurance jobs lost. We are not doing that. We are working with industry. We are making the best path forward for a care-first model, modeling it after what they've done in Manitoba, but with more generous provisions at a lower cost. We look forward to our industry responding to the challenge and serving Albertans first.